going on, everybody? I'm your host, Dawson Williams, with Pathways Podcast, and this is the first episode. But today we have a special guest here, my old friend, player I used to play with back in the day, Matthew Mebane. Matthew, how you doing, my man?
Good, how you doing?
Doing good, brother, doing good. So how's the season been going? Everything?
Yeah, it went good. We got out a little earlier than we wanted to, but I mean, that's just part of it, you know, just a couple bad breaks here and there, and that ends your season, but I had a good year overall.
Okay. How's the family?
They're doing good.
Everybody's
they're hanging
good.
in there, yeah.
Okay, that's good. Yeah, we're just gonna get here, talk about some stuff today. Just answer the questions that need to be answered for all the athletes out there that want to hear it. Simple as that. So really, just tell people about yourself, my man.
Yeah, so I'm a third baseman, power hitter, kind of always have been growing up.
And mind you, I knew him as Pablo, not Matthew.
Yeah, that was back in those days, but just trying to hit home runs, trying to hit the ball as hard as I can, basically, and then play good enough defense to keep hitting. So.
Exactly. That's what it's about. I'd say, what's your favorite memory of playing baseball?
Yeah, I mean, I got a couple good ones. Winning that junior home run derby at Petco Park, and then meeting Giancarlo Stanton.
How was that?
That was fun.
Yeah.
I was 12, but I mean, I remember that like it was yesterday.
Yeah,
that was just a cool moment. And then last year I hit that walk-off to win the Peach Belt Conference in the tournament, and that was probably my favorite baseball memory.
Yeah.
Just only walk-off I'd ever had, so that was pretty cool.
Yeah, I know that feeling's amazing. It's gotta be amazing. What's the most challenging part of your sport, mentally or physically?
Yeah, I think like everybody kind of knows the mental side of baseball is really hard, and like I think the part of the problem is that like we know we should fail, and even though you know you should fail, it doesn't make it any easier to go out there and fail.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, last year I hit 340, 350, I hit 20 homers, like really good year, but I mean I was still failing 65% of the time, and like, I mean it's hard when you're hitting the 325, 350 in your swing, you're hitting the bad times and not the good times, for sure.
Exactly. Yeah. It's a mental sport. It's hard out there, man. And then, like, say when you're not playing and a guy's in front of you, whatever, and say the guy's 27 and you're 18, you don't know what to do about that. It's hard. It's a mental sport. It's a hard mental sport. Physically, it's tough on you, too, because you're in college, and I guess you got to get up, go to lifts, do all that stuff. And then on top of that, you're a college student. So you got to keep your grades up and everything, so it's tough out there mentally. Yeah. Who has been the biggest influence on your athletic career?
I mean, for me, it's probably a little bit different. Like, I got older parents. My dad was always there for me for the mental side, I would say, of whatever sport, like baseball, for instance. He's always been there for the mental side, but he never played baseball, so he never could show me the physical side of the game. So I would say probably just, you know, some coaches along the way, like for the physical side, and just teaching me how to play the game the right way, and like the rest kind of takes care of itself, you know.
Okay. Good. Yeah, I'm on the same side with the older parents and everything like that. My dad did play baseball, so he taught me a good bit. But there was a lot of coaches throughout the journey, whatever you call it, that taught me a lot, you know. And then like a coach we played for, what's his name? Joe?
Yeah,
Coach Joe Holden. Yeah. Joe was really one of the people that taught me how to play for real.
Yeah.
Like that really stuck it in my brain to play baseball and like really learn how to play baseball for real. Like it was fun. It was fun playing for him. The time that we had, it was a good time. Yeah, it was fun. What was your favorite walk-up song? Anytime, like high school, college.
Man, last year I had some. They always give me a hard time. I like underground rap.
Okay.
And like he isn't really underground anymore. It was Real Boss and Richie.
Oh yeah. He's not underground no more, but back then he was.
Yeah. So like I've been on him since before, like Help Me and all those songs. And I had a song off his album, Welcome to Bubbleland.
Oh.
I had like 3 of them off
Bubbleland.
that album.
Yeah.
And everybody was hating on me, and then they heard it for the first time, and everybody started rocking with it. So
it was
called Bubble Man.
Yeah. Okay. What's the biggest adjustment you've had to make through the different levels of baseball?
Yeah, I mean, I think every level's different. You know,
Yeah.
like I think part of the issue of getting older and playing higher level baseball is that the game starts speeding up on you, and like it never made sense to me when I was say like with Coach Holder. You know, he would always say like the game's gonna speed up on you. Like do the little things right, and it won't speed up on you as quick. And I remember that first time the game kind of sped up on me at junior college. I mean, it was a random Tuesday, and it's just one of those things where like the game, like I felt like I was everything was out of my control the entire game, and most of it was just because I like mentally let it get out of control and didn't know how to stop that. And I think that's the hardest thing about upper level baseball is not that I think like, everybody can hit. Like you're in college, you're a high school varsity player. Like you should be able to hit and throw. It's not the physical side of the game; it's the mental side that speeds up on you and causes the physical issues. So I'd say that's the hardest thing about upper level sports for sure.
You just gotta get acclimated to the process and the journey of it all, man. College baseball is fun, but like you gotta learn fast. Because if you don't learn fast, you're gonna be on the bench. You're gonna be mad. You're gonna be sad. You're gonna try to do whatever you gotta do to get out of there, or whatever you call it. But you gotta learn fast for real. It's a fast-paced sport. Fast-paced everything. So it's fun though. Describe the feeling of hitting a home run or making crucial plays in the field.
Yeah, I mean it's kind of weird. I don't know. I always kind of just had this thing with the hitting home runs for sure, where I could kind of like almost feel it in my swing.
Yeah.
And, you know, you can see the ball come, whatever, and you get mid swing, and you're like, oh, this is a home run. I mean, that's how everybody pimps home runs.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
just know beforehand.
Just feel it.
But defensively, I was never really gifted defensively. I had to kind of learn everything myself. So like me making a diving play or like. I mean, making it like a backhand dive and having to throw it as hard as you can and throwing somebody out. That was a better feeling to me than hitting a home run, just because hitting was more natural.
Yeah.
And teaching, like, fully learning something and then being able to do it, there ain't nothing that beats that.
Yeah, it's fun doing that. It's fun diving for a ball, man. If you could do that, have a play, diving for a ball, and then throwing it back to first is fun, getting the guy out. And I remember this guy, man, hitting a home run. We played at some of these fields that had houses in the back and hit a home run on top of the house, which was crazy. I've never seen nothing like that. What's your routine like on game day?
Yeah, I'm not a superstitious person by any means. I mean, I guess I like my routine like you're talking about, but I'm not superstitious. So like if something gets messed up, like it ain't gonna affect me at all. But I was always a late waker upper. Game day, like just sleep in. Try to get moving some sort of fashion, whether that was going to work out or just going to walk, like going a longer walk to go eat. Like that was what this past year was big for me. Was I would walk to the downtown area of Milledgeville, and it was like a mile and a half, and go eat and then walk back. And I felt like I could get moving a little bit, but I was showing the field pretty early, get in the cage. Like I think college is hard because you're expected to perform at such a high level, but you don't have the freedom that those pro guys have. So like, if I don't want to hit BP on the field in college, I got to go hit BP on the field no matter what. Like, and summer ball I liked it because I could just be like, I'm just gonna hit in the cage.
Yeah, exactly. Just go hit anywhere.
But no, I think it was crucial to have my routine and then also go about what the team was forcing you to do, because if you're just doing what the team was forcing you to do, you're not going to get better because it's just general critiques or like general get loose like game days you're talking about, and that just didn't work for me. So I was big on the like my cage routine. I would get there an hour early and do all that stuff.
You just got to have like a personal routine.
Exactly.
Because there's always somebody out there trying to get better.
To
be better than you.
If you can learn from your failures too. Like if you go in the cage one day before a game and it doesn't work, like okay, you know it doesn't work. So try something new. Like don't get stuck doing the same thing if it's not working for sure.
Exactly. Gotta just try something new.
Exactly.
Honestly. Yeah, gotta do something new. Who was your favorite baseball player growing up?
You talked about Pablo Sandoval was one, and then Mark Teixeira was my favorite baseball player growing up.
Okay. for the baseball players out there, do you think it's the right decision to go JUCO? Right now, in today's game, do you think it's the right decision? I think it is. Like, depending on, unless you have a guaranteed spot at a D1 or a D2 or whatever you call it, I feel like all high school athletes should really just try to go JUCO now.
Yeah, I mean, personal experience, JUCO was the most I've ever learned about baseball in a 2-year stretch. Partially too, I mean, you're 18, 19 years old when you show up to JUCO. Like, you still have a lot of maturing to do, like just in your life. And then once that comes, the baseball becomes a little easier. But I mean, it's hard in today's game just to be an 18-year-old playing against 23-year-olds.
Yeah, 27. My first team, one of my teammates was 27 years old.
Yeah.
Right when I got there as a freshman, like, you tell me I got to compete with a 27-year-old for a spot, it's crazy out there.
Yeah, and I mean, I think too, like, I would say if you're not going to go D1 at a Power 4 level, JUCO is the move to go. Now, if you got a bigger offer like Tennessee or like somewhere like that, I mean, you're probably not going to play.
Yeah, you're not going to play.
But the good thing is about that nowadays is that if you transfer out of those schools, your name value is automatically higher just because you showed up there.
Exactly.
You don't ever have to play there, but if you get a chance to go to one of those schools, to have that attached to you in the portal is more worth it to me than the JUCO for sure right now.
Yeah, for sure. But I feel like as if with JUCO now that they have that new rule to where you're basically your eligibility, you'll be a freshman right after those 2 years of JUCO, which is good in a sense. That's great, honestly. You just get to play and play and play, and then you get to your 4th year and you already got the experience, you know?
Yeah.
So I feel like that's good for all players to go. Like, me personally, if I didn't have such the ego, whatever you call it, I would have went JUCO in reality, but like, it didn't happen, so.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard. It's hard. Like, I had some decent, even D1 offers coming out of high school, but it's really hard to kind of, you almost have to humble yourself to go down to the JUCO level just because, like, I mean, everybody's like, oh, this is a JUCO guy, and I'm like, I had bigger offers than y'all did, but I'm trying to get to a higher level in the long run. I thought JUCO was the right move, and it paid off for me.
Yeah, exactly. And there's a lot of JUCO guys out there who are way better than people who are in D1. Like, way
100%.
better. There's some JUCO guys out there that did, like, they got drafted out of high school, whatever you call it, or better than some minor leaguers, whatever you call it. So I feel like it's a good route to go JUCO nowadays.
Yeah.
And then with all the politics that comes into baseball, college baseball, and all that stuff, so I feel like it's good. Unless you just have like a strict scholarship or whatever you have to that Division II, Division I, or whatever you call it, just go JUCO.
Yeah.
Get your playing time.
It keeps all your doors open.
Yeah,
I think that's the biggest thing. Like, you go to a D2 out of high school, and even if you have a scholarship, I mean, you're kind of stuck if it doesn't work out because you're not going to be able to not work out at a D2 and then jump levels to a D1. You kind of get stuck at D2 or down. JUCO kind of keeps it where, I mean, you go have a good JUCO year, you can go get drafted out of JUCO.
Exactly.
And I mean, I think that was partially my issue is like I went to JUCO and then like I talked about, kind of like had to humble myself to go there, and then I started getting that big ego once I was there because I was playing so well.
Yeah.
And I think I kind of screwed myself in the long run by not wanting to take, like I was going to get drafted 10th round my first year after JUCO. Didn't get the money I wanted and said no. And I mean, looking back on it, like I was probably a stupid 18-year-old, but like, I mean, it's hard when you have better stuff at the short term, but it doesn't help you long term for sure.
Exactly. And then to talk more about when you're coming in as an 18-year-old, say at a D2, and like for me, I came into a good D2 program that had a team that was already a championship team. This team, because Savannah State used to be Division I, and that whole entire team was a veteran team basically. So they're all coming off good games, coming off Division I, and then they're in the D2 level now. And I come on there to a veteran team. Coach telling me, I know I'm not playing at all. So like, you got to look into that aspect too. You got to really look into it and see like where that team's at, where that coach's mindset's at, because it's all different. It's all different out there, man. Because like I said, like I should have went JUCO in reality, in reality, to be honest.
I mean, partially too that like I don't think a lot of people talk about either is like you go into a D2 and you're talking about you got older guys.
Yeah.
It's an older team. It's really hard to fit in as an 18-year-old with those guys because they've been through everything together.
Yeah, they done did everything.
You don't know what you're walking into.
Yeah.
So like, you gotta go out there and earn respect from those guys because they've already done it. Like you ain't done nothing when you show up first day. And like that first year, like I gotta look at JUCO. Like we were all younger guys. Like we all got along great. But I mean, just from the past 2 years, like you try not to treat the freshmen any differently, like from like a respect standpoint, but like they don't know what I've gone through for 4 years game wise. They don't know what the game's like in college. Like you have to go out there and play or like just watch, like go to practice every day. That's when you start adding up those respect points until it makes it a little bit easier to full on be able to have like a deeper friendship with some of those guys on a baseball level.
You got to ask them questions.
Yeah.
You got to ask them a lot of questions because they've been there before. They know what they're doing. Whatever you call it, you're 18 coming in. You got to ask the 25-year-old a question.
Yeah.
What it's like, what's going on, what should I do, what should I do, what should I not do, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then you got to get cool with the coaches or whatever you call it. Because I'd say my problem was I didn't go talk to the coaches much.
Yeah.
Which I needed to go talk to the coach more. Which, I mean, I'm 18, I'm just there, like, in a sense, trying to have fun. I'm first time college baseball and all that stuff, so I'm just trying to have fun, see the experience. The experience is amazing.
Yeah.
I'd say if you have a chance, go play some college baseball or whatever sport you play. But yeah, it's fun. The experience is great. But I'd say, just like talk to the coaches more because you're not always gonna relate to your 25-year-old player, teammate or whatever you call it. So just go talk to them. Talk to the coaches for real. That's what I would say.
Yeah.
Simple as that. What's your personal take on college baseball?
Yeah, I mean, I love it. I think like I've seen a lot of success in my college baseball, so my side of it might be a little bit different than somebody that struggled a lot. But no, I mean, I just like the grind in it. Like I think that like it means something. It still means something to show up every day and put in work and see results from it. And I think a lot of people struggle with showing up to put in the work. Like I think that the more I see the younger guys, like I think they're almost getting handed stuff a little too early, and it makes it harder. I don't think it's their fault, like, but you got to go out and grind. Like there ain't no just showing up, playing games, showing up to practice. Like everybody has to show up to practice. Like if you ain't putting in work on your own, then
you're not gonna get it.
You're not gonna be where you want to be for sure. So
and then you have some of the players who are just like talented and just gifted in a way that they can just do that, but not everybody's like that. No, you gotta go out and grind.
Hard work beats talent every time too. I mean, we were talking about this the other day. Me and one of my buddies is like we were talking about how talent versus hard work, and talent's great until you struggle for that first time. The guy with hard work has had to deal with that struggle every day.
Every day.
So like if something like just with a swing, for instance, say your swing goes wrong and you're pure talent, you don't know how to fix it. Like you got to learn how to fix your swing. Compared to a guy with hard work, he knows exactly how to fix his swing every time.
And knows exactly who to talk to.
Exactly.
With talent, you don't know who to talk to because you're just gifted with it.
And everybody, all the coaches almost try to stay away from you because they don't want to mess up what you got going on. When you're going good, like. When you're going bad, everybody wants to talk to you about how to fix things, but when you're going good, people try to stay away from you. So you get on that little island when you're really talented, you start struggling. I mean, you see that major leagues all the time. But.
Yeah. It's different out there, man. Yeah, it's a wild world. It's a wild world in college baseball, I'll tell you that. What's your take on showcase baseball and summer ball and all that stuff? Do you think it's worth
like travel ball?
Yeah. Do you think it's worth paying all the money for travel ball? Do you think it's worth it? Because there's a lot of ways, especially nowadays with Twitter and all the videos you can do and all the camps. Do you think it's worth it for some kids to pay summer ball?
Yeah, I would say it is, but I would say from a different aspect where to get better at baseball, you have to play people better than you and play in uncomfortable situations, and playing travel ball did that for me. I don't think I would have hit the struggle, and the guys just, I mean, you go and play some travel ball games, you got guys that are throwing harder than you've ever seen, and you're like, what is going on right now? But I'd say from like the getting better at baseball, travel ball definitely is really the only way to go.
Now, how would you see it in the recruiting process?
Yeah, I think there's a lot of different ways to do it now.
All the coaches tell you, like, oh yeah, these coaches are coming to this game today, and not one shows up to the showcase game. So I see, because like where I got my offer from Savannah State was going to a camp. Yeah. And going to their camp and showing how to do what he do. So I'd say like going to camps is really good, and in reality, it's less money.
Yeah.
So I mean, but yeah, also you got to play against people who are better than you. Get out there. So I say really both.
Yeah.
Yeah, in a sense.
I think too. I think the showcase games are kind of just a money grab.
Yeah, yeah.
You go and play like, I think the best way to go about it would be to go play like, I think Perfect Game's a little overrated at this point.
Why is that?
I think that there's just too many guys that are not college level players are playing in those tournaments.
Yeah, because
and it kind of it's just there's no talent spectrum to get into those tournaments. Yeah. It's just if you got $3,000 to get in this tournament, you can go.
Yeah.
I think a lot of it too is like, I think PBR, the new one, Prep Baseball Report, that bought Lake Point.
Mm-hmm. They bought Lake Point?
Yeah. So they've owned that since, I was in high school. I was probably a senior when they bought it.
Mm-hmm.
But the way that they run it is a lot better to me than Perfect Game, just because they try to get everybody to play at Lake Point.
Yeah,
so the college coaches only have to show up at Lake Point.
Only come to one place, yeah.
And I think that helps out a lot. But I don't know, it's kind of interesting, like just how travel ball's completely changed from when I was 14 to now. Mm-hmm. And I don't feel that old, but like it just has changed that quickly.
Yeah.
But like you're saying, there's so many ways to do it. Like camps is a good way. I think camps is probably one of the best ways to go about it. But you got to pick, like, if you're going to do camps, you got to pick your 4 or 5 schools.
Main schools you want to go to and go to the camp. Yeah,
and hammer the camp.
Yeah, exactly. And then also hit the coaches up before you even come to the camp.
Emails. Yeah, emailing is one of the best ways to do anything.
Yeah, even if they don't answer, they see it.
Yeah.
They see it. So, yeah, I'd say, like, with camps is a great way to get recruited.
Yeah.
A great way to get recruited. By the school you want to go to.
Exactly.
As simple as that, yeah. What was your recruiting process like?
Yeah, so I had a crazy 4 years of, I basically went through 3 recruiting periods, which a lot of people don't have to, but in high school, COVID screwed me. Mm-hmm. I was gonna go to Ohio State. That one got pulled. Had Cincinnati. That one got pulled. Ended up between basically Kennesaw State and JUCO.
Okay.
And felt like JUCO was the right way to go about it. So went to JUCO my first year. Got paid good money to go there. I didn't pay for anything. Got paid money, and went there. Had a really good year. I set the record there for doubles and home runs, RBIs, average. Committed to Kennesaw State. Kennesaw State got a new coach, and I really like the new coaching staff. Committed there. Went up to summer ball. Made the All-Star game, and then the Northwoods League is one of the best leagues. Mm-hmm. Was gonna be drafted in the 10th round. Didn't get the money I wanted. Then didn't get the grades to go to Kennesaw. So then I had to go back to the same JUCO. Went through the same recruiting process. I was about to commit to South Carolina. Monty Lee pulled my offer, which, I mean, at that point I wasn't playing great, so I probably didn't deserve to go there.
Where else did Monty Lee coach?
He was the head coach at Clemson.
Yeah, he was the head coach at Clemson, because I was trying to figure that out.
He took the hitting coach out of South Carolina and he got fired. Great dude. I don't have any problems with him. Like, wasn't playing great, so like, I kind of could see that my offer was probably getting pulled.
Yeah.
Ended up playing great the rest of the year after that. Like, I kind of had that little chip on my shoulder again. Had Illinois, Ohio State again. They had different coaching staff. Minnesota, Kennesaw again, and then basically any Peach Belt D2 school.
Yeah.
plus like North Greenville and Tampa.
What about Leonard?
Highlander.
Yeah. You didn't like Leonard?
Didn't like Lander.
Yeah. They
Love their
wanted,
coaching. Love their coaching staff.
yeah.
I just don't like Greenwood. That's my big thing.
Yeah. The City Cup plays a big part in where you want to go in college too.
Yeah. I think too. The coaching staff and the city are my big two, just because
they won a championship this past year.
Yeah, they beat us this year.
Yeah.
They won it. But no, I committed to Georgia College. I just kind of felt like that was the right spot.
Were you there when Trey Pulisic was a coach?
He was the year before me. I know Pulisic really well.
Yeah.
I know his dad.
Yeah.
And then know him really well now too.
Okay. Yeah. Pulisic's cool. Pulisic's a good guy. He helped me a lot back in the day with some infield stuff. So yeah, he's a good guy. Good coach. I guess I never see him coach, but I guess he's good. So.
Yeah, everybody had really good things to say about him.
Yeah.
Not really. The thing about coaches is that you're always gonna hear good stuff. I feel like, but it's how much bad stuff you hear is the big thing, because like
that's the big problem.
You're always gonna have guys that like coaches. I mean, no matter if it's the worst coach ever, there's still gonna be a guy that's like, man, he's a good coach. But if you do not hear anything bad about a coach, that means more to me than any amount of good stuff you hear.
Sure. Yeah.
So that's just kind of that philosophy I use. And then like the city part of the recruiting, I mean, shoot, you're going to be at the baseball field 6 hours a day. Yeah. Like at most, I'm spending 6 to 7 hours. I mean, that's like 15 more hours I got to spend outside of baseball at the city. Like I'm spending 8 hours a day outside of baseball, and then I'm sleeping the rest. But I'm spending more time outside of baseball than I'm playing.
Yeah.
So the city kind of played a big part in that.
Yeah, you gotta live life too. You're in college.
Exactly.
You gotta live the life. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have fun. You gotta do what you gotta do in that city, whatever you call it. Go out with your teammates, team bonding, doing all this stuff like that. That's probably the most fun part. Is the team bonding part, going out with the guys, wherever y'all go. You know, that part's fun. It's like, to a point, back to the coaching part. I'm not gonna say no names, but there's a coach in this county, Aiken County, who's been at 3 different schools in the past 3 years. And yeah, man, it plays a part when kids or parents, like obviously parents don't have all the say in the coaching or like what they do or whatever you call it. But if 5 or more kids on your team are complaining about you, there's something wrong.
Yeah.
There's something wrong.
For sure.
Coaches play a big part in players' lives. A real big part. They can make you stop playing. They can crush your spirits all the time when it comes to your sport. You know, they can make you stop playing. They can make you keep playing. You need a really good coach in your life that makes you want to keep playing baseball or whatever sport you got to play.
Yeah,
you know?
for sure.
Yeah. You need a good coach, a good mentor. He has to be a good mentor. All that stuff, man, because he's supposed to. Yeah, he just got to be a good mentor.
Yeah.
In a sense, you know.
Exactly.
Yeah. So tell me, what was your favorite bat?
Man, I think we should go like drop 5. And then drop 3.
Drop 5.
Because there's 2 totally different things.
Yeah.
Drop 5. We were just talking about it earlier. That Mako Torque. Back in the
green one,
day.
That's the bat. That's the bat you hit the home run on top of the house with.
There ain't nothing better than that bat I've ever hit in my life, and I probably will never feel anything like that again. Drop 3. The Louisvilles are undefeated for me, drop 3 wise. I don't know. You kind of pick your brand, I feel like, and then you try the bats in the brand. But Louisville, like the metas in high school were big.
Especially the red one.
Yeah, the meta, and then the Select Power was basically my college bat. So
okay. Yeah, smooth. I think mine, I'd probably say DeMarini. DeMarini was smooth, got a smooth bat, a balanced bat, whatever you call it. Because I know you're a power hitter. You probably had, So, and I'm not much of a power hitter, but I can hit pretty far. Sometimes.
It's just weird, like, you kind of like, I feel like it's like one of those things where like, you pick your brand pretty early on, and like, you feel like you're almost like cheating on them for some reason if you grab if I grab a DeMarini, I'd be like, I'm cheating on Louisville right now. Like, I don't know, it's weird, but that's just how it always, every guy's like that.
It's a feeling. You just gotta have the feel for it. It's the feel for real.
You pick it up for the first time, and you know right away if you're gonna like it or not.
Exactly. Yeah. All right. Who was your favorite teammate? All time favorite teammate?
I mean, I've had some really cool teammates.
Yeah.
One of mine was definitely I played with Gary Sheffield's son for a summer in Illinois in the Northwoods League.
Yeah, how was the Northwoods League?
It's legit. I mean, we were facing 93 to 97 a night.
Mm-hmm.
Lefties throwing 92. I mean, bullpen guys were pumping. Bullpen guys were 95 plus most nights.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean it's fun. They selling out stadiums up there.
Yeah.
But
I know that's fun.
it's hard to. That league's very hard because we had my first summer. I had 3 off days, league off days, and 42-day stretch, and I played every single game. And my coach, my only day off was DHing, so I got with DH as my day off.
Yeah.
But to show up to the field every day, you find out if you love it real quick or not. When
Yes, you do.
we were having 10 to 12 hour bus rides, and then we get back at 6 a.m. and we'd be playing at 6 p.m. that night. And you'd be like, I don't want to be here. Like I love baseball and I still don't want to be here. But you kind of find something about yourself in those moments. Like that, I'll take that with me way after my baseball career. But yeah, teammates are what I remember more than any of my specific moments. I feel like. I don't know, like the guys at golf. All the guys at golf I get closer to just because we're always at the golf course.
Yeah, good times with teammates, man. Good times with teammates, man. I'll tell you that. It's been good. College baseball's fun. You can play it, do all that, go out, go live your life, do all you can do, you know.
Yeah.
Do all of it. Because you're only in college once. Or basically.
And I mean, it's really hard to have friends outside of baseball because nobody else is on your same schedule.
Yeah, and nobody else understands what you're doing. Like,
exactly.
Yeah.
And I think like I'm gonna look back in probably 20 years and be like, man, I mean like those teammates, like those memories are mean way more than the actual baseball games ever did.
Yeah.
So
Exactly. Well, yeah, man. I want to thank you for coming on the podcast, man. Thank you, man.
Yeah,
Nice seeing you, brother.
Good to see you.
Sir.
Yes, sir.